Hey, let's go hiking. I go to Stephen F. Austin State Park sometimes, and this is about 30 minutes away from my house. And oftentimes I just like to go by myself and hike in the woods. Yeah, the woods. It's always the woods, not my woods, not her woods, your woods. It's describing an area that has a lot of trees. I would walk under the canopy of the trees. This is a canopy, literally, right? But we use it as a metaphor for the covering that all the trees create too. So some animals live at the base of the canopy, it's at the bottom of the canopy. Some animals, fly above the canopy of the forest. The forest. Yeah. It's another word for this kind of area. Another word I might use for this kind of nature area would be wilderness. And again, wilderness isn't really appropriate for what we have here. Wilderness means really far away from the city, or very far away from any person, where you're all alone. There's no person. It comes from the word wild. It's not pronounced wilderness, but we pronounce it wilderness. I am walking on the trail. These are called nature trails or hiking trails. Let's go walk on a trail. Let's go hiking on a nature trail. The trail bends that way. It's turning, yeah. The same word I use for other roads and streets. I need to turn here. There is a bend in the trail. I could say it that way. Now, I want y'all to notice something here. So this is the normal path. This is the path that the state of Texas set up so we can go hiking. But here, looks like another path was created. I don't think that's an official path. So, an American, especially someone in Texas, might say, I am going to go off the beaten path. I'm going to go off the beaten path. Beaten. It's an old way of saying established or official. This is the official path, the normal way to go. The normal way to go, the official, the established way. This is off of the beaten path, or rather established or official. So maybe I'll get in trouble, maybe not usually. Yeah. So I'm gonna go off the beaten path now. No problem. Most trails are prepared areas. It's not a road. Roads are for cars and other vehicles. A trail is in nature usually, and it's for people to walk on or people to ride their bicycles. So you probably also have heard of sidewalks. I'm not on the sidewalk either. That's in the city. That's one of these things. So here I am crossing a bridge. This is a bridge. I am crossing a bridge. I am going across a bridge. I am going across a bridge. That's the preposition we use with bridges. The bridge also goes across. So this is a dry river bed. Bed? Yeah, bed. Like the thing you sleep in. Yeah, this is a river bed, meaning there's no water in it now, but there was water before, and the bridge goes across the dried riverbed. The bridge goes across the dried riverbed. Why do I enjoy hiking? Some other words that might go with this experience. If I enjoy hiking because I get some exercise. I usually say I get exercise. I don't do exercise so much. I use get. Yeah. You can also exercise. It's a verb. Yeah, I exercise by hiking. The main reason I like to hike, the main reason I like to go hiking, same thing, is very peaceful. The experience is very peaceful. It's quiet. So there's several other words I use to describe this feeling I get. I get a feeling. I experience a feeling. Those are the words I use with that. I feel tranquil. Let's try that word. Say it. Tranquil. Tranquil. It's full of peace. Calm, but tranquility. Tranquility is why I come out here. The environment is very tranquil, and I feel very tranquil. Yeah, so I use both words to describe the environment and my feeling when I'm in the environment. Very peaceful, very tranquil, very quiet. I hear birds in the distance, in the distance. And even though I'm using the definite article the, I don't mean in any particular place. It means just a place very far away. I also need to be careful because in Stephen F. Austin State Park there are snakes, but most of the animals here are deer and rabbits, squirrels. River access. River access. Okay, access means that you are able to reach the river. You're able to arrive at the river. I use the same word when I'm talking about passwords on a computer. I need access to your computer, so I need your password. This trail will give me access to the river. Access is also a verb. I can access the river with this trail. All right, let's try. All right, let's learn some words about trees, other plants down on the ground. We have dead leaves, of course. These are dead leaves. The leaves have fallen from the tree. This is called grass. What do you guys think? 1 grass, 2 grass, 3 grass? No, grass is non-countable. So I say I have much grass, or I have a little bit of grass. A little bit, some, I can use those for countable, non-countable. But then how do I talk about just one? Then I would say I have 1 blade of grass. Weird, huh? Blade, just like on a knife, like that, right? So, a blade of grass. This was a tree, but now it's been cut. This is a tree stump. Stump. Yeah. Now, this is not a stump. Remember, a stump is sticking up out of the ground. Now that this is on the ground, it's called a log. We use the same word when we're talking about logs. You want to prepare for a fire, firewood, but now there's a giant log here. What do you call this stuff? The skin of a tree. Well, strangely enough, we call it bark. The same word we use for when a dog makes a sound, bark, bark, bark. This is tree bark. Tree bark. It's the skin of a tree, the outside skin of the tree. But what's this stuff here? Other plants like to grow on a tree and climb up the tree. These are called vines. There are many vines that climb up a tree. This part here of the tree is called a trunk. This has a very large trunk, branches. This is a branch. 2 branches, right? 1 branch, 2 branches. Or another word is limb, L-I-M-B. The B is silent in limb. Now, here's the thing. I also use the same word limb when I'm talking about my arms and my legs are called limbs. Same word, because it comes out of a tree. Same thing, it comes out of my body. So you might hear about a soldier that went to war and tragically, unfortunately, lost a limb. That could mean that the person lost a leg or an arm. We don't know, because limb could be arm or leg. This is a branch or a limb. Now, it's a stick. Coming out of the ground, well, those are not limbs, those are not branches. The bottom of a tree is called a root. That's under the ground. There are many exposed roots. Exposed means that you can see them. Maybe you've heard that in relation to cooking, like a ginger root. Well, that's the same reason. That's the part of the plant that goes under the ground, that absorbs the water. Technically, potatoes are roots, too. They're root vegetables. Ooh, that's nice. Well, you can't see it because I don't have hair. There is a nice breeze in the forest. A breeze is a nice word we use for wind. Wind could be strong, wind could be faint. A breeze is a faint or a gentle wind, right? It's a cool, gentle breeze. A spider web. If they are in your house, we call them a cobweb or a spider web. I saw a spider web. Say it with me. I saw a spider web. I can see that there were bicycles riding on this trail. Look. What are those called? I see tracks in the road. I see bicycle tire tracks. Okay. Now that's the same word I use for animal tracks. Deer tracks or bear tracks. And I also have another word for that, footprints. Here's a picture of a footprint. A footprint. Yeah, everybody say footprint. That's one footprint, and if I leave many down the trail here, then I will have left a track. Track is also a verb. It's what hunters use when they want to follow an animal. I will track an animal. There's no hunting in a park like this. You know reserve as a verb when you reserve a room at a hotel. Yeah, that's a verb. But we also use the verb as a noun talking about a place that has been protected by the government and no business can build anywhere in this area. A state park is an example of a wilderness reserve. So notice the tree rings. Yeah, there's a ring right there. Yeah. That helps to indicate how old the tree is. I call it a tree ring. There are several tree rings. It's hard to see the tree rings here. They're not very well defined. Here's a better picture of tree rings. Yeah. All right, this seems like a good place to rest. So what do I call this special area here? Of course, it's designed so that I can enjoy the view and enjoy looking at the river. Well, it might be called an overlook. So I'm going to look over at the other side. I'm going to look over to the other side. The area does not have eyes. I'm the one looking over the river, right? Yes, I could say it that way. But another way I can use the word look over is that the area here creates an environment so that someone can easily see the river. So this area overlooks the river. This area overlooks the river. Yeah. Same thing with your apartment. Maybe your apartment balcony overlooks the courtyard, or your balcony in your apartment overlooks the pool. So this area overlooks the river. And the small waves that you see in the river, we call those ripples. Yeah, there are small ripples. They're not called waves. Waves are too big. You see that at the beach, in the ocean. Oceans have waves. You know, rivers and streams have ripples. Okay. Time for a break. I think I will have a snack. Everybody say, it's time for a snack break. So these are words that go together often. You take a break, you have a snack. Everybody say snack. Snacks are small foods that you can eat in between meals. You get breakfast, lunch, dinner. But you can also eat a little bit of food between meals for fun. Now, if you go hiking with your friend and say, would you like a snack? That's okay. No problem. Be careful that you don't say, excuse me, friend, would you like a snake? That sounds very similar, right? This is a snake. Snake, snack. Snake, snack. This is my backpack. Some things you might need for a walk in the trail is sunblock. Sunblock protects you from the ultraviolet rays of the sun. Insect repellent. I need some insect repellent. Both of these are liquids, so they're non-countable. So I need some sunblock on my arms. I need some sunblock on my neck. That's what you might ask someone, right? I need some insect repellent on my legs or my arms. Repel means to push away. All right, so I brought a water bottle. Water bottle. I have an extra pair of socks. One sock, two socks, yeah. But I have an extra pair of socks. Pair means two, okay? A snake bite kit. This is a snake bite kit. I have never used it. I probably will never need it. But if I get bitten by a snake, all right, this may help me. Another word for snake poison is venom. Yes, venom, like the comic book character. Yes, I need to remove, extract, suck out the venom. I usually never see a snake out here at Stephen F. Austin. One time I did, and it slithered away. It slithered away. That's a word I use for snakes. Yeah, it doesn't crawl, because crawling is for feet, low to the ground. Like other animals, like a lizard, will crawl away. Insects also crawl away, but a snake doesn't have feet, so I say it slithered away. On the trail, there are small rocks. You got the same word for it in the city. It's called gravel. Gravel. This is all gravel in the road. Gravel is a non-countable word. All right, I have a lot of gravel, much gravel. Gravel. It's a short A sound, right? Now, each individual rock, yeah, this is a rock, or a stone, but more specifically, because it is small, I sometimes call it a pebble. Pebble. Not gravel. This is not one gravel, two gravel, three gravel. No. Gravel is the non-countable word I use for all of it. You know, there's much gravel down there. There's very many pebbles. There's a lot of rocks. All right, what do you call this? I call it an ant mound. Mound. Mound is like a small pile of dirt. Mound. All right? You know, notice it's kind of similar to the word mount. Yeah, like mountain. The birds are chirping. Chirping. That's the word I use for the sound that birds make. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Right? Yeah, sometimes I might also refer to them singing a song. Sure, possibly. But that's the official word is chirp. If you're talking about other animals, like a duck, that has a different word. A duck will quack, right? Chickens will cluck, I guess. Yeah, but little birds in the forest will chirp, chirp, chirp. It's a little sound. It's very cute. My wife enjoys coming out here and listening to the birds and taking photographs of the birds. So she is called a bird watcher. That's the name of the hobby. She likes to go bird watching. I like to go hiking. I like to wander around here at Stephen F. Austin State Park. Yeah, wandering around. That means I don't really have a specific destination in mind. I'm just traveling this way and that way, wherever I want to go in the moment. So wander. Notice it's kind of similar to wonder. Wonder. It's a short U sound. That means, I'm curious of something. Wander is to go from random places. Go one place to another. Another word I might use to describe how I travel on the trails, I meander. Also meander. It's another word that we use for rivers. A river will meander. It will seem like it's going in random paths back and forth. That's meandering. So I might meander through the park. I might wander through the park.
Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to click like and subscribe so that you can see all of our future videos. If you are thinking about coming to the United States to learn English, we would love to see you here at the Learning Institute of Texas. You can find our website in the description box below.